I always make the joke with my wife that sometimes having locks makes me feel like a double minority, because it's like not only am I black, but I also got, locks too. Locks are one of the few styles that you'll notice gets negative stigma and negative attention from, black communities, white communities, almost every community. It carries a certain stigma. What's good, YouTube? tplocks here, bringing you guys another video. Yes, today, you guys, I wanted to give you guys a very, very cliche video. Okay, I honestly hate this video every time I see it. Hate's a strong word, but really strongly dislike this video because I'm not trying to do anything to discourage anybody from getting locks. This is an amazing journey. The last thing I want to do is contribute to someone saying, "Oh man, he's right, let me not get locks." But for the sake of objectivity, I think it's only right that I give you guys the 5 reasons why you should not get locks. Okay, if you're interested in that video, stay tuned. All right, if you have not done so already, please, you guys, subscribe. We're trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. Currently, we're very close to 5. I think we're like 4,500 right now. Every subscription, you guys, I really appreciate it. This channel has seen amazing love, amazing growth, amazing support. Just want to keep that going. And if you have subscribed, definitely make sure you hit that notification bell, all right? Hitting that notification bell ensures that you stay notified on every post the moment that I post, you guys, okay? So don't want to miss out on that. Become a member of the notification bell gang today. All right, let's get into the video. Now, reason number 1, it might literally be reason number 1. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about just getting these coils, twists, whatever style you get. But you guys, I kid you not, reason number 1 is the itching. I just feel like we almost need a moment of silence just for the itching alone, okay? Nobody really tells you about it. It's one of those things where you get the locks and all of a sudden it's just like your hair, like it's almost like you got lice, or you got like, I don't know, or a rash on your scalp. I don't know what it is. This was something that was common in my first journey, my second journey. I don't know if it's a product of just having the hair just constantly pulling. Maybe that's exactly what it is, actually. Maybe I just answered the riddle just there. And the messed up part about it is the more you scratch, the more damage you're doing to your hair, the more probability of you actually causing your locks to thin. It's like this weird duality where it's like I really want to scratch as vigorously as possible, but I can't because my hair would probably fall out if I do. And of course, we have found products to sort of help remedy it, but at the same time, you guys, it's never really anything that goes away. Your hair is just going to itch. And I'd be lying to you guys if I told you that I was always strong enough to just pat it and not scratch. Kid you not, there are times where I get in there just scratching chunks of flesh. I look under my nails and it's just a bunch of stuff. It's just real, you guys. It's just real. So if you're considering getting locks and you don't like itching, you don't like pretty much that consistent discomfort, and again, it don't matter if you're washing your hair consistently, your hair is just gonna itch at some point. If you're not somebody who likes that, you might want to reconsider. Okay, that's reason number 1. Reason number 2. Now this is a very, very real one. Okay, this isn't as comical as the last one, right? When it comes to getting dreadlocks, this is a commitment. That's just one thing that you guys are gonna have to understand. And a lot of us, when we're drawn to these locks, it's when you're looking down pages like Lock Living. You're looking down pages like Lock Living on Instagram, and you're seeing people with these luscious, beautiful, long locks that are down their back, that are on the floor. They're just picking them up. It's like they're just surrounded by hair, right? That's what you fall for. That's the aesthetic that people oftentimes are drawn to when it comes to dreadlocks. When people think dreadlocks, people don't think starter locks. They don't think rough phase. People that haven't been, or engaged in the journey, they don't think those things. When you get into the journey, oftentimes your expectations have sort of given you this sensational idea that take years to get to. Understand, you guys, when it comes to this journey, you got to be in it for a long haul to bear the fruits of your labor, right? I've had locks right now for about 2 years and some change, and I'd say 2 years and some change is, I'm just now getting to a space where it's like, okay, I could almost do everything that I want to do with my lock. For the most part, I'm almost there, right? But to get locks down your back to your shoulder length, you guys, a lot of times you're talking about a journey that's gonna take you at least 3 to 5 years just to even get there. Understand, if you guys are thinking about getting locks and you're thinking about the reason why you want locks is because, you know, you really want this long, luscious hair, you guys gotta understand there's a long road before you get to that long, luscious hair, okay? So please consider that. It's weird, it's hard to tell you not to get a lock, but if, you know, if that's why you're trying to do them, you guys don't do it. Save yourself some time, okay? Or buckle up and get ready for the commitment. All right, that's reason number 2. Now, reason number 3. This one is for you guys who are used to being freshly manicured. Maybe you were the person who had a lineup every 2 weeks without fail. You always got the razor line, and you know, if you want it to be extra crispy, maybe you got a little extra fibers. You know, you want to cheat the game a little bit. You want the freshest lineup you could possibly get. Maybe you had a little fibers added to it. Or maybe you were a lady that was always getting your hair done. You had to be, that perm had to be maintained every month. You know what I'm saying? All that new growth had to be kempt. You was consistently making sure that you was always laid, as y'all call it, right? Or maybe your person had braids, lady or dude who had braids and would never be seen without fresh braids, right? This lock journey may not be for you. Let me tell you why. Because the majority of the time, you're not gonna be fresh. You're not gonna have the fresh to the scalp look. In fact, if that's what you're trying to go for and you're trying to have locks, chances are you're gonna twist and style your locks right off. The more you do to your locks, the more trauma, the more stress, the more likelihood that you ain't gonna have no locks at all. This isn't one of those journeys where you're gonna be consistently fresh, you're gonna be consistently manicured and primped and prepped. That's one of the beautiful things about the journey. It sort of teaches you to be confident without those things. But if you're a person that really loves that idea, this might be a struggle for you. Before you get those locks, I'd say really consider, can you go through a rough phase? Can you go a month, you know what I'm saying, a solid month at least, without redoing your hair, having to do your hair? The answer to that question is no, probably not for you, okay? It's reason number 3. Reason number 4. Reason number 4 is going to come down to, just simply put, you loving your hair texture and wanting to have that free ability to just touch it, manipulate it, just have that variety. When it comes to locks, having to go through that early phase with the commitment, having to wait for your hair to lock, it takes a long time to get to a space of variety. It's not one of those things where you can't rock a Gumby one day and then maybe rock waves the next month, do something else. And it's not something like that. You're not gonna be able to take the full advantage of your hair texture. Some people wanna be able to flat iron their hair and just see it in its loose, you know, the loose texture. Some people want to be able to rock a juicy Jerry curl. I don't know who's still rocking a juicy Jerry curl, but you know, some people want to stay so fro. You know what I'm saying? Some people want that. When it comes to locks, you just got to understand that that's not something you're gonna have the access to in the same way. You will have access to variety, you will have the ability to do braids, styles, but it's gonna be sort of within the parameters of what the locks will allow. If you're somebody who is constantly changing up your hairstyle, you know, every month, every 2 months, you like variety, you like doing this, you just like to try things, you know, you gotta really consider before getting these locks, because I'm telling you, it is gonna be a challenge for you. This isn't, you know, the style to just jump into if you're not ready to make that long commitment. All right, so that's reason number 4. Reason number 5. Reason number 5 is a really serious one. I will tell you that as much as I would like to pride myself on being pro-black, as much as I would like to pride myself on being someone who's 100% confident, I gotta tell you that this is a very real thing. Getting locks absolutely affects your confidence. Absolutely. Whether it's because of the society that we live in influencing you, or just how you yourself feel about locks internally, subconsciously, that makes you feel like there's a lack of confidence. But there's something about once you get these locks, it just sort of makes you double check, double question yourself to a certain extent. You know, I always make the joke with my wife that sometimes having locks makes me feel like a double minority, because it's like, not only am I black, but I also got, you know, locks too. Locks are one of the few styles that you'll notice gets negative stigma and negative attention from, you know, black communities, white communities, almost every community. It carries a certain stigma. That influence can sort of have a direct effect on your confidence. Let me tell you a brief little story. When I first joined the company that I'm working for now, I was in the very beginning of my lock phase. Very beginning of my lock phase. I was probably like month 3 or 4. Right? What I did, honestly, coming in, and this is honest God truth, I don't know if I told you guys this story yet, but when I came into the job, I was so concerned about my ability to just be confident. I told myself that I needed something to contrast the very rugged, questionable aesthetic going into this corporate workplace. So what I did, I put my hair back. Anytime I went to an interview or anytime I had to go into a public forum, I would put my hair back. And you guys, I kid you not, I end up buying those frames that you guys have seen me wear before, those Gucci frames. I bought those frames specifically to contrast the locks. I figured, and again, this is horrible, I'm ashamed to admit this. I bought them thinking, okay, well, if I've got locks, then I need something to sort of soften my appeal. I'm a guy who's got tattoos, I got all these things, I'm a black male, I'm not no upper octave black male, I talk with bass in my voice. I'm gonna need something that's gonna soften the perception a little bit. I need something that's gonna be a little bit disarming. And so I purchased glasses just because I needed them to contrast the lock. And again, it's terrible. I hate it. Hate to even admit it to you guys, but that's just the legitimate effect of locks and my lack of confidence with them. I can't say that this is going to be something that affects everyone, but if you're someone that is hypercritical of yourself already, or if you're in a space of corporate America where you're constantly just having to be cognizant of how you portray yourself in public spaces, it could be very difficult, very, very difficult to be one of one in these spaces and just be confident. It could be very difficult. For locks, that was not an issue for me. I grew up watching, Louis Farrakhan tapes, very much aware of, my blackness and the strength of my blackness, the strength of my people, the beauty of my people, all these things. And still, when I got locks, it had me shook, man. It had me shook a little bit. Just trying to get a job, trying to fit in, trying to make sure that I could succeed in this space. It definitely affected me. So, yeah. Since then, I've gotten strong. Yeah. Since then, I have definitely grown, and I have definitely learned the beauty of sort of making it through. I've learned and sort of been affirmed through God and just through prayer, just through constant mantras, just constant really just accepting it and really allowing the journey to enhance that confidence. So, yeah, this is not an issue anymore for me, but I definitely want you guys to know about it, okay? So that's reason number 5. Yeah, you guys, those are all the reasons. Again, my specific reasons. There's definitely more. If you have any reasons to add to this list, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section with the reasons. Again, we're not trying to actually influence people not to get locks. But again, for the sake of objectivity, I definitely want to give you guys the real, tell you guys some of the things that I've encountered, and hopefully allow you guys to make the decision with all the information. So yeah, it's been tplocks. Signing out.
Different drums going. We gonna figure it out.